sewing, I'm just gonna will show you even more what I'm gonna be doing as we get on the machine. But this is the back piece. So we're just gonna open it here for the back piece here. Right. And then I'll go on the machine and I'll do half an inch stitch here and half an inch stitch here for this one. Then for the front piece, I would clearly do half an inch all around the neckline right there. It's all around here, half an inch. Okay. And then the sleeve now. Remember what that was the 3 thing we prepared thus far. I will do half an inch around here. Okay, so half an inch around here. Right, so around the bottom of the sleeve. Okay, so let's hop on our machine now. Let me go ahead. Okay, so now we have our sleeve patterns. So I'm just gonna put it out here. So I just turn it. Remember, this is right side touching right side, right? And we pin it down. So now we're gonna be sewing. So we're not gonna be touching the top part here. We're touching the bottom part and half an inch. So half an inch of the bottom part. So let me put it here. Take out my pins as I go. Try never to sew over the pins if you have pin in your fabric. So do the exact same thing for the other sleeve. I always sew only half an inch, right? So I just take my time when I go over the pin. So. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're gonna take our so I'm just gonna put this here. So we're gonna take our neckline now. And now you also could always change the neckline to how the style you want it. All right, I want it close for my neckline, so we'll see how we get there. So what I'll do with my neckline now, I'll make sure that I have a half an inch here, because I'm gonna come down half an inch and then turn. So I'm just gonna put a pin right here from the peak of the neckline here. Come down. Again, you're gonna make a curved neckline here, just because I have a sort of V-neck neckline. So that pin, I'm gonna come down to that pin, then I'm gonna turn to the other way. Okay, so let's go again. Just the neckline we're doing. Only the neckline. Take out the pin, of course, as you go, right? Okay, so this pin, this side is not gonna come out, so I'm just gonna take my time over it. I'm gonna come down. Okay, so right at the pin here, I come down for my half an inch. I'll take out a pin here. I'll try to turn because I want to go continue going over my 1/2 inch. All right. And I'm taking my time over the pin because I can manage that, but try your best not to sew over your pins. Good. All right, so my neckline is done. So I'll come over here, my neckline, okay? Then I'm gonna do my back piece now. All right, so remember my back piece? So we're gonna do where we pin. So 1/2 inch here, right? So 1/2 inch here, and then 1/2 inch for the other one because we already pin it, ready to go already. So there's another pin giving me attitude, so I'll take it out here. All right, lovely. This one now. Okay. There you go. All right, so we're done with the 3 front, back, and then we're done with the 2 sleeve. I'm just gonna cut everything out here because I just did them all together. And I wanna take out all my pins here for the neckline, and I'm gonna nip it out. Okay, so we'll work with the sleeve first. Let me just show you what we'll do. So what we want to do here now, we want to just nip the sleeve. So let me show you this side. So about this side we did, right? So we're just gonna nip it like that. Because it's a circle, it will go like 2 inches apart. You don't have to go close. Just want to make sure it's flexible. That's it. All right. So just nip it all the way to the end. Don't cut the thread though. Okay. Okay. So I did it for the first one and the second one. All right, so we nip the sleeve. Now we're gonna nip the neckline too. So we nip around the neckline, same thing. We go a little bit less around the neckline, like less than 2 inches apart, or so you see what I'm doing here, right? We want to relax the neckline, and we also want to do it for the back. So when you're going around a circle or a V, something like that. Okay. All right. So let let me put everything aside.
So we will work on the sleeve now. So take the pin off and we'll work on it.
I'm gonna turn it around like this, and we're gonna iron machine, ironing board, sorry, and we're gonna iron it down. So we are here now to iron. So I have a piece of cloth here because you know the fabric we did in with is lace. So as you know, I turn the sleeve, and I'm gonna just iron it down now. So just gonna iron it here. So just like that. Waiting for this to get hot. So our goal is to get this nice and level, right? Okay, so do you want to iron this side as well? You'd have to put this down for sure now. Okay. So now what you can do again, you can take your pins and you can just pin this down here, pin here. Because I just want everything to stay stable. All right, so I just pin this down here. Okay. So I'm done with this one. I put it aside.
So just go ahead and iron the other sleeve exactly the same way as the one you just saw.
Okay, and then you do the same thing as the other one. You should get some pins. And you pin it down. Okay, you put it aside. Then I'm going to deal with the one of the back piece. So I'm just going to put it exactly how we sew it. This is how we just come out and sew the sleeves, I mean the neckline for the back and the front, right? And I just do it one at a time. So I want you to show you exactly what you need to do now. So this is how we had it before. We're gonna put this over like this. I'm gonna leave this here. right? And then we're gonna bend this back like this, okay? And then we're gonna iron this down. So we just flip over the lining. That's pretty much it. And of course, you could always get a lining that suits your garment, right? If you could get a yellow color lining when you're starting off, whatever. I just have black lining, and that was good enough for me. Okay, and that will be inside. So I stop because I want to make sure it's neat. So I want to make sure it's neat. You have to come neat here. Very neat. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so it's gonna be very neat. That's exactly what I want. So that is good enough for me. All right, I'm gonna just put it aside. For the other one. Same thing here. All right, I'm just gonna, this is how I do the half finish here, and I just fling this one back. That's pretty much it. And then I bend it neat. I'll bend it this side first. See, I'll just go. I'll feel my way through. Feel my way through, feel my way through. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's it. So it's really neat inside. See, clean finish there. And then I do my last piece, which is my blouse front. Again, I'm gonna put it exactly how we have it. This is how we sew it, right? So let me just show you how to do it now. And that's a good thing with this. You could always alter the neckline. You don't have to leave it if you don't want to leave it like that. But again, we'll see how we go. So, okay, so come here, put this down, settle myself down. Use a cloth more on this side, of course, but you can do both sides if you wish to. So the most critical part is around the neckline here, and we don't have to panic at all. What I'm gonna do here, let me see. All right, so here, I'm just gonna put it back here. When you're making the nib, I'll just make another nib, just to make sure I get that one. Yeah, just go down right here. Please don't go to the thread, okay? So I'm just gonna open it up a little bit there. That's it. Because of the interface is very stiff. All right, so I'm gonna put it back down, pull it down, then I'm gonna iron it down. So the neckline, now we're gonna push it down a bit here. All right. We're also gonna be doing under stitching too to keep the neckline down. So okay. So that's the 3 things we have to iron. So we're gonna go back on the garment, on the machine, and do under stitching now.